So if you're like me, you're always looking for ways to sort of take your training to the next level, different tips, tricks, hacks, things you can do to sort of stimulate change, growth, or transformation. After you've been doing it for a while, like a lot of us have, frankly, it's much more difficult. You sometimes find yourself in a rut or in a routine doing the same thing over and over, month after month, and not seeing any results. I've got lots of tricks up my sleeve, but one of the ones I want to show you today is twice a day training. So one of the biggest challenges people have is knowing how to periodize their workouts. What I like to do is have an overreach phase every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on what my focus is, of some new stimulus. And one of the stimuluses that works great for me is strategic twice a day training. And what that is you're going to train in the morning and the evening. Again, if you don't have time, that's fine. If you have time, but if you're like me, if you have access to good equipment and or a home gym, it's much easier, simpler. But this is a great way if your progress is stalled and or if you're looking for results faster. Try this out. So the first workout in the morning is focused neurologically based to stimulate the nervous system, sort of fire it up and prime it for the evening workout, where you're going to work more on hypertrophy, metabolic stress, where you're going to get most of your adaptation. But it's a great trick. Studies have been demonstrating to show can kind of stimulate up to 10 to 15% more muscle fiber growth and adaptation by training twice a day. Again, but it's not something you're going to want to do all the time.
So focusing on a few key movements neurologically to stimulate the nervous system for back and biceps. This is me doing some deadlifts on my Sorinex machine. I do kind of a 21, 14, 7, 7, 14, 21 type rep scheme, depending on how I'm feeling. This is me facing out and facing in, which is one of the reasons I love this machine, because it's much easier on my lower back, and the stimulus is much different than the traditional barbell. Then we superset that with some weighted pull-ups. I've got a band and a dumbbell here, so it's a weighted pull-up, a lower rep type scheme. I like the neutral grip more than the overhand grip. It's more natural for me, and I feel more activation in my lats. And then we move directly into the warm-up one-arm dumbbell row, kind of keep my torso back. I'm doing slightly lower reps and a little heavier weight. I've got about 130 pounds here, focusing on really good form as well. Then we have a couple simple bicep exercises. This is a lower rep incline bicep curl on a machine. I'm doing 6 to 8 second eccentric negatives on this, which is really good. Works really well with the biceps. So much lower rep and then a drop set on the last set of this. And then the last exercise is a cool high bench supported bicep curl. It hits the top part of the bicep really well. A little bit slightly different stimulus. Again, we're going for lower reps.
So done with the morning workout. It took me about 45 minutes or so. So now definitely get some greens, some protein, a little bit of carbohydrates, some cold therapy in. I know I've had the right volume when I feel rejuvenated, refreshed, but not over fatigued. Again, the idea of this initial workout is to really just stimulate the nervous system. We're not going to failure at all.
So the evening workout after work, I've got a couple giant sets. This is with a 60-degree pull down using 2 separate cables. This is a great movement. We're moving that into a seated row movement. I like the underhand grip for this particular machine. Really focusing on form and retracting my scapula. Slightly higher reps on all of this. We're going more for muscular damage and hypertrophy. Then we're moving to a pull-down type movement. This is the rocket pull-down. I love the ability of this to really shorten my lats all the way. Going for 10 to 12 reps on this. Doing 3 to 4 rounds of each of these exercises. And then this is the Atlantis TBar Roll, probably the finest TBar Roll made. I'm using the underhand grip again, supersetting it with the overhand grip. And I'm actually doing a 4 to 6 second static contraction hold here, which really helps me shorten my lat and hit my rhomboids and upper trapezius quite well. This is showing just the overhand movement. So then we have a bicep superset. This is just a bicep pose curl with the cables a little slightly higher on a cable crossover machine, focusing on the entire range of motion and really supinating my wrists at the top of the movement. It's a great movement. I'm sure many of you have done. These handles are great for allowing me to move in a triplanar type motion. Then we're moving directly to a low cable curl with a narrower grip, focusing on full elongation and full contraction at the top. Then we're going to superset that with this drag curl. I actually like this movement a lot with a little wider grip on a low cable. Really hits the biceps well.
Yeah. Oh. So done with the second workout. Actually feels pretty good. It took me about 45 minutes. Again, this is 2 shorter workouts. Give this a try. If you feel like you've plateaued, you're going through the same old routine you have for years, and or you're just looking for results, whether it's muscle gain, strength, or fat loss faster. Strategic implemented twice a day training regimens every 4 or 5 weeks, actually extremely effective. I'm going to try to rest up and actually do legs twice tomorrow, which is a whole nother experience. Nathan Clark, ChooseAnAmazingLife.com. Train your mind, transform your body. Dominate this day. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. I really value your time. Really appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything you'd like to learn, any feedback you have, anything you'd like to talk about, any other advice or tips that you have from your own experience, I'd love to hear them. Love for you to subscribe to my channel. This is my absolute passion. I want you to succeed. I'm just determined, just driven to take my life and to take your life to the next level, both physically and mentally. But I need your help to get there. So thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Have a wonderful day.